This is the Alldocube X Game, a tablet with actually quite a few deficiencies, but I still like it a lot, and here is why. So starting with the build quality of this tablet, the tablet itself is pretty big. It has an aspect ratio of 16:9, I think. It's 1920 by 1080. So the screen itself is actually quite big. It's quite tall, unlike the 16:10s that you usually see, which is very nice. The body of the tablet is made out of metal, pretty decent quality. You have your camera on the back. You have your 5 pogo pins that connects to the to the keyboard, which I will show you later. And then here you have your USB-C port and your speakers. And on this side, we also have speakers as well as your SIM card / SD card slot. And then over here, there is the power and the volume buttons. And there is nothing on this side. So the keyboard is actually probably the part I dislike the most. The material of this is pretty normal feeling. It doesn't feel super premium. It's definitely not real leather. And then when you open it up, you can see that there is your keyboard here, your 5 pogo pins over here, and then as you can lock it into 2 places, either this one or this one, but it's not really a discrete, you can't bend it like a Surface Pro, which is kind of annoying. In terms of the keyboard quality, it's small and cramped, which is pretty normal because it is a 10-inch tablet. The quality of the keys are average, to say the most. And then of course you have your function keys up here, which are actually fairly useful, especially for Android. For example, you can control your brightness, you can control play, pause, volume, lock, etc. So it's actually not bad. The tablet actually clicks in just like this. Kind of do that, and it just clicks in like that, and bang, you're done. So I can press this and it goes home, and then there we go back here. So keyboard is probably my least favorite part of this tablet, just because of how cramped it is, the quality, and most importantly, the fact that you have only 2 real angles that you can put this on. I would have much preferred an angle kind of like this, but no, they only gave you one like this, which is only really good for tables. That's probably my biggest pet peeve with this entire thing. There is also a stylus that you can use to draw. I don't know if it's actually included, but if it's not, you can most likely purchase it. I'll have links down below. So let's talk about the display of the tablet. And the display on this tablet is actually not super amazing. Let's open up, let's say, a 4K video. And right now, this is a 1920 by 1080 IPS panel. The quality, okay, first of all, the resolution on this isn't great. Obviously, first of all, the resolution on this isn't great, just because it is a 1080 panel. And then the other thing as well is the colors. The colors are, let's just say that I'm used to OLEDs now, and OLEDs have much deeper colors. This one is a little bit pale, a little bit washed out. I will say that if you're not a screen snob like me, you probably won't be able to see the difference. It's still a decent screen. It is not high resolution. I mean, most screens, even my VastKing M10, which is a smaller tablet than this, actually has a higher screen resolution, as you can see right here. Higher screen resolution than this Alldocube. But yeah, screen is okay. It'll do the job. It's not anything special. Brightness goes up fairly bright. It looks to be about 350 nits of brightness. I wish it could go brighter, but 350 is good enough. Okay, and audio quality here is about this. You know what? Let's go to the next one. The audio quality is actually, it's lacking in bass. That's really the biggest problem. But apart from the lack of bass, everything else actually sounds pretty good, just because the quality of the speakers, it is, it is a set of stereo speakers. They sound okay, no bass, but other than the fact that there's no bass, it's actually a pretty decent speaker. Now, battery life. Battery life was probably a little bit harder for me to quantify just because when I first got this, for like the first 3-4 days, the standby battery was absolutely horrible. But now it's actually stabilized. So right now I can easily get around 6 to 7 hours of battery life out of this thing, which is fairly impressive considering it is a Helio P90, which we will talk about later. Standby battery drain is about, I think I dropped 3% overnight, which is like 8 hours, which is also not bad. Gaming, of course, I was playing Idle Kingdom Defense, which is not a very intense game. Where is it? Right there. And battery life there was like 2 to 3 hours. And of course, I played Genshin Impact for an hour, and it dropped like 60%. So the more intense the game, then the faster the battery goes down. Talking about the software here, we do have, it is running Android, and we do have this Helio P90 processor, which is actually not bad at all. And as you can see, we have Android version 11. This thing is very snappy. It's very, very fast. It's probably one of the faster Android tablets that I've used. Everything is very smooth. It's very fast. There's basically no lag whatsoever. I currently have gestures enabled. The gestures are actually decent, but the animations for the gestures are really weird. See that? It's kind of strange. You'll kind of see the animations cut off. Watch this part of the screen. You do this, see how it cuts off, and then it comes back again. It's really weird in that it does that. So I don't like the animations when you're switching apps, but not much I can do about that. Yeah, so in terms of performance, it's pretty good. You mean Chrome tabs are absolutely, no problem whatsoever. What else? Yeah, so everything's really fast on this tablet, no problem whatsoever. What you guys are probably waiting for is gaming, so let's get right to that. Okay, so I opened up Genshin Impact. This is my account that I actually haven't used in a long time, but I have Klee, as you can see. Gameplay actually, okay, so you didn't really see this, but oh, there, right there. You saw that stutter? Basically, that happens from time to time as you're playing. Like even walking through like the town, you'll actually start seeing hiccups and slowdowns. And for example, you see right there, every time a first animation loads up, there's basically like a quick slowdown, and then it kind of speeds back up, because it seems like every time that happens, it has to load in the animations from the not super fast eMMC storage, and then as everything loads up, it'll get a little bit faster. But yeah, Genshin Impact is playable. Like, I would obviously not play this. I would rather play this on my computer, which I have done. I would rather not play this on a tablet, but if you have no other device to play it on, as you can see, it's playable. There are a little bit of slowdowns here and there, but in terms of intense games, you want to play Genshin Impact, yeah, you can. No problem. And again, you'll probably want to get a mouse and keyboard, because please note, I tried using a controller, which I will show you which one I used. I tried using this controller, and it would not work with this. Only a mouse and keyboard really work. Even the keyboard that it comes with, no, it doesn't really work with this, unfortunately. So, and here we have Need for Speed No Limits, and I'll just play a little bit just to show you. This one looks pretty good, and of course it is a 1080p screen, so it's not super intense like other 2K screens. But as you can see, it plays very smoothly. It looks decent. I will say, those other 2K screens do look better than this, but otherwise, it's definitely something that you can. Oh, I'm so bad at drifting. Ugh. Yeah. Who cares? But yeah, you can see it works pretty well. I would much rather play this rather than Genshin Impact, because this is much more suited to a mobile device than Genshin is. But yeah, it plays pretty well. And of course, I played Hearthstone as well. I played Idle Kingdom. They both play very well. I actually also played Call of Duty, but I actually uninstalled it by mistake, so I don't have time to actually reinstall it. But it actually plays a bit smoother than Genshin, actually, which is quite impressive. So, all right, so the last thing I want to show you is this pen. The pen can be purchased for an extra amount of money on the AliExpress store. I think it's like 30 bucks extra, and it comes with a quad A battery, and if you want to replace the battery, you will need to buy another quad A battery. The actual quality of this pen is actually okay. It's not as good as the Surface, because as you can see, I'm just going to start writing stuff. It's a little bit slow and not so precise. But it's definitely good enough. So I'll be honest, now that I have this tablet, I basically never take out my Surface anymore because this is so much more convenient to use. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna do, like, I don't draw very much, if at all, but if I do, I will be using this instead. Can you guess what I'm drawing? Let me know in the comments. This is a really bad drawing. Oof. I tried drawing it really fast. But yeah, there we go. I am an amazing artist. Who agrees? Okay, yeah, that is the pen. Works out pretty decently, but it's not the best. So in conclusion, this tablet is 330 Canadian dollars on AliExpress without a pen or the keyboard. If you want to add those two, it goes up to 360. Which in US dollars is what? It's like $270 to $300, which is not cheap, but it's also not super expensive either. Like, I looked online on Best Buy to see if there were any competitors to this, and basically this is actually fairly well priced, because the only thing I could find was a Lenovo with a G90T, and that was it. So I won't say that this is, you know, an amazing deal per se, but it's decent. If you can find something cheaper in the place that you live, whether it's Europe or here or Asia, go for it. There's no reason to buy this. But if you can't find anything with better specs than this and you want something that's for gaming, then yeah, then you want to go ahead and get this tablet. But otherwise, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.